Hello everyone. I'm back with the next part of the Beast Tamer. It also going to end the season 1 of this series. In the previous video, we saw the journey of Rein and how he got kicked out of the heroes party. Then many events happened and he met his current teammates, formed a contract with them and gained many different abilities. Now he is going to expose the corrupt lord and his criminal son. Everything is going as planned. But now Arios have given Lord's son a cursed ring. Let's see what kind of effect it will cause and how Rein is going to solve it. A brief flashback reveals Nina's past life at her small temple, while she spends her day playing and helping villagers, until she was enslaved by Edgar. In the present, a couple of soldiers in front of Edgar's mansion warn Stella and her knights not to trespass any further. However, Stella announces her name and title while proclaiming they're there to conduct an inspection. Furthermore, she mentions that Guylet had been arrested under corruption charges. Since the soldiers refused to comply with Stella's orders, Tania and Kanade intervene, causing the two soldiers to alert their comrades they're under attack. Surrounded by numerous soldiers, Tania and Kanade break through the main gate, as Edgar watches from his room, anticipating his newly acquired ring will help him defeat Rein. Meanwhile, Rein, Runa, and Sora manage to infiltrate the mansion's basement in hopes of rescuing the hostages there. Runa casts Material Search, planning to teleport any hostages they locate out of the mansion magically. Once Runa detects a large magical signature below them, believed to be the hostages, and one of the other signatures is said to be on par with Sora and her. Rein suspects that another ultimate species is held captive there, and decides to have the fairies rescue the hostages, while he rescues the ultimate species. Walking through the mansion alone, Rein locates where the ultimate species, which turns out to be Nina, a demigod. Startled by Rein's presence, Nina acts apprehensive toward him as he breaks into her cell and casts a healing spell on her. Thankful for what Rein did, Nina gives her name and then embraces him. Another brief flashback is shown, revealing how Nina became conscripted by Edgar. Back in the present, Nina informs Rein of her situation, and he decides to emancipate her. Rein's plan, however, backfires at first since, although the slave caller's magic is fundamentally similar to a Beast Tamer's magic, it's still difficult for him to break. By utilizing the power granted by his tamed friends, Rein manages to break the slave caller's spell, which frees Nina. Outside, Stella, her knights, Kanade, and Tania all continue dealing with the soldiers surrounding the area and are soon joined by Runa and Sora. The fairies inform the others that they've rescued the hostages, who are now at a safe location. Hearing this invigorates both Kanade and Tania, who continue their onslaught against the soldiers. In his room, Edgar reassures his father that he'll handle the situation alone. In the mansion's foyer, Rein, carrying Nina on his back, regroups with Stella's group, who claim Rein had seduced another girl. Much to his chagrin, Edgar's father entered the foyer and was ordered by Stella to surrender himself. He, however, refuses and is sequentially captured by Rein's gauntlet wire. Immediately, Edgar appears and, using the ring that Arios gave him, summons a reaper that stabs him in the chest with its scythe. Standing atop the mansion's roof, Arios gloats about Rein's supposed death and claims he'll now be able to rest easy. After Arios disappears into the night, Rein is revealed unharmed by the reaper's attack. Sora mentions that Rein was just hit with an instant death spell, yet it did not affect him. Hence, Runa casts a poison affliction spell on Rein, which doesn't work, and it corroborates her hypothesis that Rein is immune to status effect magic. Watching from the second floor banister, the despondent Edgar watches the conversation between Rein and his party, while internally lamenting how an entitled noble such as him had failed. Refusing to accept the outcome, some dark ominous energy escapes from Edgar's ring that engulfs him and transforms the noble, and the demon leaves Edgar's mansion to target the townfolks below and determined to stop it. Rein and his part pursue it. However, Rein has Stella and Nina avoid confrontation with the demon in favor of helping the townfolks. Rampaging through the town, the demon is stopped by Kanade and is confronted by Rein's group. Their first efforts against the demon prove futile, and to even the odds, the demon summons monster reinforcements. Despite their efforts to defend themselves against the monsters, the demon casts a spell that destroys parts of the town, setting it on fire. In retaliation, Runa and Sora pin the demon in place with a light magic spell as Rein boosts Kanade and Tania's powers. The two then launch a barrage of punches against the demon, followed by a light spell that flung the demon into the sky. Kanade then launches the demon to the ground with a gut punch. However, all they managed to do was blow off its left arm, It then proceeded to summon more monsters and prepared to destroy Horizon. Hence, Runa and Sora volunteered to use their magic to teleport the townsfolk to a safe location. Meanwhile, Mina informs Arios about the rampaging demon in Horizon. However, he refuses to take any action against it, as their main priority is the Demon Lord. Leanne concurs with Arios against Agaf and Mina's concern about the demon situation, but ultimately concedes to Arios' logic. Unbeknownst to the group, Arios was the one responsible for the demon's appearance, in hopes of getting revenge against Rein. Back in Horizon, Stella, accompanied by her knights and Mina, they defeat the demon's summoned creatures. They're soon joined by Sora and Runa, who request their assistance with evacuating the townsfolk using teleportation magic. Privy to the fairies' plans, Stella and her knights leave to round up any townsfolk they can find, as Nina stays behind with Runa and Sora. Eventually, Stella and her knights gather some townsfolk who initially hesitated to use the fairies' teleportation magic. However, a few familiar faces of the fairies convince them enough to trust in the fairies. Before the second wave of people could be teleported, a pack of the monsters arrived. Returning to Rein's group, Kanade and Tania become exhausted by fighting against the monsters, but soon get help from the town's adventurers. As that goes on, Runa deals with the newly arrived reinforcements, and Sora teleports the remaining townsfolk to safety. Feeling inadequate, Nina joins Ryan's group in hopes of helping them. Both Kanade and Tania realize that Nina could use her demigod powers to teleport Rein close enough to the demon, so he could confront it. Carrying Nina on his back, Rein uses Nina's teleportation magic to confront the demon, and after casting Boost on himself, he magically restrains the demon. In doing this, Rein becomes afflicted by the demon's influence, but manages to overcome this and overwrites the control over the demon's monsters. Enraged, the demon breaks free from his restraints and tries to attack Rein, but is overwhelmed and defeated by its turncoat monsters. Once the demon was defeated, Nina became too exhausted to maintain the two in the air, causing them to fall to the ground. Before they crash land, they're caught by Tania. 3 days pass by since the demon rampaged through Horizon, and its townsfolk start rebuilding the town. Stella had since been appointed the new knight's captain. As for Guylet, his accomplices and Edgar's father were moved to the capital to receive formal punishment for their corrupt actions. Nina also learns that the people from her village were transported to another location, but she hopes to meet them again one day. As for the remaining party members, they all help with the reconstruction at the Inn. Rein's party state at Nina officially a part of the group. Later, at the Adventurers Guild, Rein and the group learns from Natalie and Stella that the Knights are allying with the guild, which was not possible before, because of their corrupt captain. But since the captain is changed now, they are going to restore the town together. From there, Natalie informs Rein that his party has officially been promoted to C rank due to his recent achievements involving Horizon. Nina is also formally introduced to Natalie, who affectionately cuddles her. Once that was settled, Rein mentioned his group was seeking advice for their housing situation. Hence, Natalie suggested they purchase a house. After some consideration, Rein agrees to the proposal, and they all go house hunting. All but the final house Natalie shows them matches everyone's individual requirements. However, Natalie is called out for showing the house last, despite it matching their favors, to which she confesses that the house is haunted. Natalie also mentions various incidents that have occurred at the house that have dissuaded people from buying it. Therefore, Rein decides to investigate the place before deciding on purchasing it. Upon entering the living room, a disembodied voice demands the group to get out, and a maid ghost appears before them. Taking action, Sora and Runa cast Holy Circle on it. However, it briskly dodges it. The group then comes to realize that said ghost has no means of attack, and it decides to haunt the terrified Kanade. This proves to become her undoing, as despite ghosts being immune to physical attacks, Kanade's fear allows her to transcend such a weakness. After chasing the ghost around the house, Sora and Runa cast Sacred Seal around the room to prevent any escape from astral beings. Before the ghost could possess Rein, he uses his power as a Beast Tamer to stop her, a feat he learned in his childhood from a neighbor of his. At Rein's mercy, the ghost is asked by Rein to talk things over with him and his party. The ghost introduces herself as Tina and discloses a bit of her backstory. In the end, Rein decides to purchase the house. Meanwhile, the heroes' party walk the streets and are met with disdain by its townsfolk. Enraged by the townfolk's attitude toward them, Arios attacks a fruit seller's stall and leaves, upset that they favor Rein more than him. Back at his home, Rein returns home with Kanade and enjoys a feast for dinner. Before digging in, Rein reflects on how fortunate he is to have all met as party members, as well as a flashback to his parents, and looks forward to whatever comes next. And this also concludes the end of Season 1 of the Beast Tamer series. As for the release date of Season 2, it's not made officially, but fans are predicting that studio is going to drop some announcement in late 2024 or early 2025. It was an awesome story with great character development. At first, Rein thought of himself as a weak person, but as the story progressed, we got to know that Rein is not your average beast tamer. I also think that Rein is from a hidden tribe of ancient beast tamers with some powerful techniques, but he isn't aware of it himself. I hope the next season drop quickly because I want to see more about his past, what happened to his village, and the most important, more cute special species. So make sure to subscribe my channel and share this video as much as you can. Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers quickly by sharing my channel. It will keep me motivated to make more videos. Till then.